Hi, I'm Colton with Porsche Center Calgary and bringing you today another beautiful piece of pre-owned inventory. This one is a 2018 Macan Turbo. The Turbo is kind of the top of the range for the Macan. In this year it uses a 3.6 liter twin turbo V6, makes 400 horsepower, and this particular one that we have with us today, very heavily optioned, really nice car. So let's dive into it. I'll tell you a little bit about it. Starting with the outside, the color is Volcano Gray Metallic, probably my favorite color the Macan ever came in. It looks great, really deep gray, obviously, but the metallic really comes out in the sunlight and just looks cool. Always looks nice on the Macan. These wheels are the 21-inch 911 Turbo design wheel. Probably my favorite wheel too. This one looks awesome. They will be summer tires on there though, important to note. Also, up front you notice the full LED PDLS or Porsche Dynamic Lighting System, so the top level headlight, they're about twice as bright as the standard Bi-Xenons would have been, and they're dynamic, so they'll turn with the steering wheel, they'll look further down the road as you speed up, and they'll have the auto high beam function as well, so you can leave your high beams on in that automatic mode, and when a car's coming the other way, they'll automatically turn off so they're not dazzling that oncoming driver, and then turn themselves back on as they drive past. Pretty cool. Moving around the rest of the outside, the Sport Design side mirror. So the standard mirror would have been kind of black unpainted plastic at the base. Sport Design gives it the split spoke and paints it body color, which is nice, gives it a more kind of cohesive look on the outside. Around more kind of the profile, you've got the silver window trim on this one, matching the silver aluminum roof rails. The roof rails you cannot retrofit. They have to be on there from factory if you ever want to put them on to put a roof box or skis or whatever you want to do up there. This one also does have, originally from factory, the trailer hitch. So a lot of people will put that on just for a bike rack, but if you do want to tow, the Macan's good for about 4,400 pounds, which is more than most people expect for a compact SUV like this one. Exterior wise, I think that was, I should mention, I'm sure you've noticed as well, the large kind of circular sensor in the front bumper. That's for the adaptive cruise control. So regular cruise control was standard on the car, but with this one was option to have the adaptive cruise. So that lets you set your following distance from the car in front. If they brake, then this vehicle will brake automatically, so you're maintaining that set gap. Just makes highway driving a little bit easier, a little bit simpler. Also gives you the emergency braking. So if somebody brakes, the car will alert you and brake if you don't. You don't want to rely on that system, but it can definitely help. Outside, I think that pretty well does it. So let's move on to the inside of this car, which is lovely. It is the black full leather interior. So that means not only are your seats leather, but so is your dashboard. Upper, lower doors, the full doors are leather wrapped. Gives it a really premium feel on the inside. The trim on this one is the standard trim, which is brushed aluminum, which I think is not selected often enough. Gives you a nice contrast inside, so it's not kind of all black everywhere. And the aluminum's nice because it doesn't visibly scratch so much as some of the gloss finishes do. Also, that matte kind of brush finish hides the fingerprints a lot better than some of the other trims. So I really like that one. As I said, I don't think we see it enough. And then this car has the Premium Plus package as well. That package is a little bit different on a turbo than it would be on the other variants, but a lot of the same stuff as well. You get the seat upgrade. This one's got the 14-way adjustable seat, giving you the thigh extension and the lumbar support. You also get the ventilated seats, heated seats already being standard. You don't get rear heated seats in the Premium Plus package in Macan Turbo. However, this one did have that selected individually, so all that stuff is there. You also get the panoramic roof system. What am I missing in that package? Oh, of course, the entry and drive. So you just touch the door handle to unlock, and then you can leave your key in your pocket and turn the ignition switch to start the car. You also got lane change assist, which is blind spot warning. That's part of the package. And lane keep assist, which is not part of that package in the other variants. That's the one that will actually correct you if you're drifting out of your lane. So lane departure warning is standard on all Macans. If you're drifting out of the lane, it'll make the noise to warn you of that. With this car, having the Premium Plus package, it has lane keep, which means it won't just let you go. Once you've gone, it warns you if you don't do anything about it. It'll kind of tug the steering wheel to put you back. That is a feature you can deactivate if you don't like it, but it's there, and again can be handy on longer drives when you need to be kept alert maybe. Outside of that package, quite a bit of other stuff selected on here, so I don't want to miss anything. The surround view camera. So rear view would have been standard, but this one has cameras on the front and underneath each side mirror, so it gives you that top-down view. You can see all the way around the car. Once you're used to that perspective, it works phenomenally well, makes parking super easy. You're always perfectly straight between the lines with equal space without having to give it much thought. Definitely a handy thing to have. I love that feature. And insulated glass as well, heat and noise insulated. So if you roll the window down, you can feel on the top of it, there's actually 2 pieces of glass there. It makes it a whole lot quieter inside the cabin and will keep it, warmer in there in the winter, a little bit cooler in the summer with the AC. And it's a feature that if you're somebody who's sensitive to road noise, I definitely have clients that come back in and say they're thrilled they've selected that option. It's their favorite aspect about the car. So definitely nice to have on these pre-owned units. Also, some other stuff in there, the air suspension. So you can adjust not only your ride firmness, you can have a more comfortable ride or a firmer ride. You can also adjust your ride height. So you've got your normal ride height. You can lower it down, lowering that center of gravity, making it a little bit better through the corners. You can also raise it up into an off-road mode, giving you a little bit more ground clearance. And then you also have a loading mode. So you've got a button, loading height, a button in the back you can press in the cargo area that'll lower back just the back end. So if you've got heavy items to lift up there, makes that a little bit easier. Or if maybe you've got a dog that's jumping up into the back, not so difficult for them to do that when you've lowered the back end. So a nice feature to have there. And the Sport Chrono package as well. So you have the stopwatch on the dash rather than just the analog clock that would have been standard. And you have, in addition to the standard Sport mode, you get Sport Plus mode for even more kind of sporty dynamic driving modes, or that is the mode that gives you that driving dynamics, I guess. Sharper throttle, later shifts, all of that stuff, as well as, of course, launch control, which you don't get without Sport Plus. So if you're at the lights and you want to race somebody beside you or just get that perfect start, you can do that. It's quite a simple system to use, really exciting, fun to kind of show off to your friends. Not all that practical, but it's a pretty neat thing nonetheless. Content-wise, is that? No, there's... On the list goes, you've got the red seat belts, which I should have mentioned earlier, really nice touch. Again, I like a little bit of contrast in the interior. Black interior is nice, but just a splash of color is cool, and I think the red belts are a nice way to do that. In addition, the sunscreens in the rear, so if you have kids in the back, you can pull up those sunscreens so that they're not being, having the sun baking down on them. Again, for longer drives, probably would come in handy. And then Connect Plus. So the whole Connect thing can get a little bit confusing. Some cars will have Connect, some will have Connect Plus. There was also Porsche Connect in previous years. In a 2018 car, they made navigation standard. So in a 2017 car, if you just have Connect, you have Apple CarPlay, but no navigation. If you have Connect Plus on a 2017 car, then you have both. On a 2018 car, navigation is standard regardless, so the only option was Connect Plus. That's the one that gives you a few other things, but primarily people got it to give you the Apple CarPlay functionality. So that is here. It's a wired connection, but it works very, very well. I actually prefer the wired connections. The wireless ones can be handier, but they also tend to cut in and out with all different manufacturers. So the wired one is really not such a bad thing. Is that about everything? I'm sure I've missed something. Really heavily optioned car, which I love to see. This is a really beautiful example. And of course is a Porsche approved certified example as well. So that means it has been through our inspection and reconditioning process and comes with extra warranty. So you'll get 2 years of comprehensive Porsche warranty starting from the day that you take delivery of the vehicle. And there's no kilometer limit on that. So some of the things that we did to the car to kind of earn that designation. Let's see here, we put all new tires, so 4 new tires all the way around. We replaced the windshield. I can't read my own writing now. What else did we do? We fixed some wheel repairs on the car. Nothing too dramatic, but those standards are quite high, so we did invest about $10,000 to earn that stamp, something you don't necessarily get when you're buying at a non-Porsche store. The brakes, too, by the way, they measure 7 millimeters up front and 9 millimeters in the rear, so lots of life on those guys, and it is a local car. We sold it originally. It's been in Calgary all of its life with no collision claims. So yeah, really, really beautiful example, aesthetically very well optioned, and we've done all the work. So you're getting a virtually perfect car at this point, as much as a 2018 can be, and with the warranty. So yeah, really great opportunity. When we're done shooting the video here, it'll be moved upstairs. It'll be on display in our showroom. If you're interested, please do give us a call or come down and take a look for yourself. Thanks so much for watching.